More and more developments are coming in for XRP. Are we finally about to get that settlement that we all want? Well, there's been some interesting filings put forward by the Ripple team, as well as some pretty big news and a key date you need to be aware of, which we're going to talk about all in this video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and let's get into it. As always, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to turn your notification bell on. Click all so you don't miss a live stream, an update on XRP or a brand new project in the space. But in today's video, we're going to be talking and discussing a little bit around XRP, the settlement view, and more importantly, some key dates and a big partnership, as always, that you need to be aware of. So Ripple has kind of been pretty quiet in the background. We haven't seen too much going on. Again, everybody waiting for this settlement announcement. Now, the market took a pretty big hit today, dropping down as low as 65,000. Has come back a little bit on Bitcoin. Ripple, no exception, though, down about 2.5%, around the 47-cent range. A key support for us just at that 45-cent range. Now, what have we got? Well, this is an interesting letter that's been put forward by, to Judge Annalise Torres by the Ripple team, specifically around the supplemental authority and the ultimate the remedies that have been submitted. In a nutshell, this is Ripple asking the SEC for a more appropriate, more favorable, however you want to play it out, payment as opposed to a $2 billion potential price tag. Now, we do know that recently the SEC has accepted or put forward a $4.4 billion fine at Terraform Labs, fundamentally putting them out of business. That's the reality of this, along with many other parts. And here it says here, the proposal concerns order requires Terraform Labs to pay $3.5 billion, which clearly, if that is Ripple, it's going to have a significant amount. Now, we know the value is about $2 billion when it comes to Ripple. But again, here it says Ripple's opposition explained in comparable that the SEC has agreed to civil penalties ranging from 0.6 to 1.8% of the defendant's gross revenue. And ultimately, that is where they sit it around that $2 billion. I personally think it'll be much lower than that. And actually, as much as it pains me to say it, the Terraform Labs one coming in probably does help the XRP case a little bit, because they've already now netted over $8.8 billion with the Binance case and Terraform Labs. So they only need 1.6 now to 10. Who knows what it's going to be? But again, we joke about it, but that's the reality right now. We also, though, see some further partnerships and building. We talked a little bit about this in last night's video, particularly around standard custody and the trust company Ripple acquired ultimately just the last few days, supporting RLUSD, that real USD that's coming soon for Ripple, which I think is a big deal, especially when you talk about financial sectors, banking sectors, financial services, and many, many others in terms of, you know, enterprise infrastructure and much more. I do think it's really important. So, but at the same sentiment, we're never going to see this price explosion that we all want, while at the same time, we continue to see the SEC basically just winning things when they shouldn't be. And I think this is where it becomes very important. Now, one key thing that I do think is important, Brad Garlinghouse talked about the potential launch of the RLUSD, which would be around the 21st of September. That is the end of summer. That was a specific day he did say, so definitely put it in your diary. But we have some further interesting news, and actually a pretty big deal actually with this one. And this is a partnership with ARCX. So ARCX is a UK-based exchange, which is ultimately all going to be around tokenization of real-world assets. We've talked about this when it comes to XRPL for quite some time. And what this does is allow financial institutions to use XRPL to tokenize their real-world assets. And this is actually another strategic move on Ripple's behalf. And again, is very, very important based on what's coming. So you take a look here, it says announced XRPL APACs, which is ultimately an expanding their partnership to bring hundreds of millions of dollars of tokenized real-world assets to the XRP ledger over the next year. The move solidifies XRPL as a leading blockchain for RWA tokenization. The ARCX partners will lead in financial institutions to enable tokenization. Thanks to the extended collaboration, these institutions will be able to utilize XRPL to tokenize their assets, and our industry is at the start of the next major adoption stage in which blockchain technology will deliver real utility in financial markets at scale. Now, here's the thing I want you to really think about. Why would Ripple build this partnership? Why would they come out? Why would they be specifically talking about the financial markets and real world assets? You've got to see what's coming. And I've talked about this, what feels like forever. Don't necessarily look at the price. Look at what's being built around the outside when it comes to Ripple. And again, I see and read things about this. You look into it a little bit deeper, and there is some real strategicness around this. Uphold when it comes to liquidity. MEXC in terms of dealing with banking and financial institutions. We now have ARCX coming along to support real world assets, as well as many, many others. Let's alone talk about HSBC, Bank of America, and many more. These are really strategic partnerships designed and supportive of a big move for XRP. And don't forget, the XRPL is at the heartland of everything. So again, look, I'm not going to spend too much time on the price. Price is down 2.5%, in line with probably where Bitcoin is at 47.98, slightly above that key next support of resistance around 46.81 that we've got drawn here on the chart. But look, we are where we are. The whole market's down. We've seen a significant decline back on the back of the Fed rate pause yesterday. But look, we'll see. I think the XRP price could come down, retest at 46, but the potential move, for me, it depends on what Bitcoin does. We look like we're about to retest 67K on BTC, which could give us a push up in the market as we move into the weekend. Time will tell. Ultimately, though, we'll keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency, as well as XRP and many more. All you got to do is smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment down below. What's your view? What do you think Ripple needs next? What's the big partnership on your mind? And don't forget, as always, we'll be covering it right here on the channel. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.